Hey everyone! And we have to do our usual waiting because YouTube is a stinker. Alright, long enough. Hello everyone and welcome back to another late night Dolly Chats with me as per usual. Yes, so today's video, chat is all about some updates and some doll work and some new dolls I got and lots and lots and lots of good stuff. So, jump right into it. Yes, I do have updates about a couple high Dotties from the 7 dolls that I got. And then I also have some Chatty updates. And then I also have some new guys that I have fixed up. Well, I should say new twins. And yeah, I just got some new dolls. So we'll be talking about those and all the updates and, you know, all the usual good stuff. So, let's start with the new stuff. First off, today I don't know why, I had to go shopping to get some more spray for work, like body spray. And so I got that and then I left. And then I got this feeling that I need to go to Salvation Army. I don't know why. It was just, I got this feeling and I got like goosebumps. And I'm just like, okay, so we're gonna go to Salvation Army. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm glad I listened when I went, because I found this doll, which I know is rather expensive, especially on eBay. But it is this big American character baby doll. And this is little baby toddler Toodles. Or not toddler Toodles, but action Toodles. But if you guys know who Toodles is, she's the big 30-inch doll who can walk and her eyes follow you all around the room. This is like American Character's baby version of Toodles, just without the follow me eyes. But yeah, so this girl was $8.99, and I looked her up because I know I've seen her before, but I couldn't remember exactly if it was Toodles or if it was another doll. Hey, Jack! But yeah, so this is Baby Toodles, and technically her name is Action Toodles because she is jointed at the elbows and then also at the knees. So she can like sit and stand, and her legs can be in different positions, and she can like wave to you like this, and she can wave to you, you know, all that good stuff. And surprisingly, her joints are still very tight, just besides this one knee. This one knee is pretty loose right here, but she does still hold a pose sometimes. But yeah, so Little Miss Action Toodles here with those beautiful eyes. And she does have a squeaker in the back, but I think when I squeeze her, I hear air coming out of just about every joint in her body. So, see if I can get her to do it. Nope. Well, she does squeak, kind of. It's very low pitched. But I think because this one knee is so wobbly and loose, that's where all the air is coming out. So she doesn't want to squeak. But yeah, she came in this really cute red dress, almost kind of Christmassy feeling. And really, she's not that dirty. Like, she's in good shape. She's missing a bit of mouth paint. But she was kept in pretty decent condition because she's really not that dirty at all, which is surprising. And also, her neck is extremely loose. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, if she was made like that, or if she's supposed to, like, actually, like, have a neck. But her head is, like, super loose. But maybe that was part of the action. Just kind of have a move her head like a real baby type thing. Yeah, I don't know. But she is super, super cute. And for the moment, I think I'm going to keep her, but maybe somewhere down the line, I may sell her on eBay. Not sure yet. There is some missing paint back here in the back. But yeah, so that is Miss Action Toodles. I'm assuming a drinking wet doll with the hole in her mouth. But yeah, she's got a soft head. Her whole body is like super, super soft and squeezable. Arms, legs, like everything. But yeah, so that is Miss Action Toodles there. Super, super cute. Did I ever find... I found the Krulvet, yes. I found her out in the shed. I totally forgot to bring her in, though. But I do have one. I have not found a Dina yet. Unfortunately. But yeah, Little Miss Action Toodles. And then, another thing I found... Which, I found her, and then I was walking around, and I was still getting that, like, goosebump feeling, like there's still something there that needs to be found. So I kept looking. I circled the store probably 5-6 times, wasn't seeing anything, and then I went back to the stuffed animals, and I found this guy. Oops. And I know this guy is, from what I saw on eBay, he is also on the more expensive side. And he is in very, very good condition. He's not really a doll. He's more of a stuffed animal, but... Da-da-da-da! The original 1995 Tickle Me Elmo, which is very surprising because from what I heard when my mom got hers for my brother and my cousin, it was like the Cabbage Patch craze all over again. And people were trampling each other and getting into fights and all this over this little Tickle Me Elmo. And he is in fantastic shape. He is nice and clean. Like, he has a couple marks up here on his eyes, but he also works. His vibration effect didn't work, so I did have to open up his little box inside. But it was super simple. His main gear, same as a motionette, the main gear is cracked. So when you find a motionette that is frozen up and doesn't move, it's usually that. The main gear needs to be replaced. So I did that, and so now he works, and he is not as loud as I remember him, but you can still hear him. So that is Tickle Me Elmo, and you can see it was kind of vibrating there. I got him working. You can hear the weight in there with the gears. There's the main gear on the motor, and then there's another gear with the weight attached to it. So you can hear the gears turning in there. I tried to quiet that down, and it's just not a thing. So, hi, kitten. But yeah, so original 1995 Tyco Tickle Me Elmo. And he's still got his little tag there. Sir Tyco. Surface washable only. Mwah. No, kitty. I was giving you attention all day. Hello. Yes, Tickle Me Elmo works. I found a cute vintage Big Baby a while back. I can't remember which doll it is now, but I'm sure it was 50s. His knees were a weird looking joint that could bend. So it could be maybe, the Action Toodles that I showed. But I'm not sure. I would have to see a picture. But yeah, so that is Mr. Tickle Me Elmo. Kitty, no, 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 no. We're not doing this all night. Every night. Every time I want to go live. Anyway, so yeah, Mr. Tickle Me Elmo there in fantastic condition. I'm sure his hands could be turned at the wrists. So maybe not Action Toodles. Maybe a play bell? I don't know. I didn't see a picture. How's Jill? Jill is still sitting right there. I have, honestly, she's kind of just been sitting right there. I got her hair brushed out, but that's pretty much all I've done with her lately. I've mostly been working on these chatties over here for Cricket and Quirky's Clubhouse. Speaking of, he sent me 2 more with a spare body for the number 3 girl who had a non-savable voice box. And he also sent me a Jill outfit for her Jill's first job tape, which I still need to fix. So yeah, I have that outfit and the tape. And the outfit had the dress, the apron, not the socks, the leggings, and then the shoes. So, complete outfit with the tape. Oh, and he also sent me a replacement pair of pants for her because her originals were cut like super short shorts. But yeah, I'll have to show that in a few. But the 2 new dolls he got me, well, sent me, not got me, I am sending them back to him, were a tiny Chatty twin set, the brother and sister. And, I'll just show these first. So, the brother is definitely in the better condition. Yes, her pajama shoes. I gotta get the teddy bear a new nose, too. I don't know how to do that. But anyway, here is Little Mr. Brother. And you can see his lip color, and he's got his blush, and he is in just fantastic condition. And I don't know if I did a before video on these 2. Let me move this a little closer here. Okay. I don't know if I did a before on these guys. But they were his only tiny chatty sets that were, I think they were just his only set. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But they're obviously in really, really good condition. So he was nervous about sending them to me because they only had one owner their whole life. And he bought them from that person, and she kept them in really, really good condition, like original outfits, and all that jazz. But he sent them to me, and they were a bit dirty, so they just needed a little wipe down, normal cleanup. Wipe down, hair washing condition, record repair, voice box repair, and all that. So I got him washed in condition, and he is clearly in the better condition. But like, look at this hair. So, so, so shiny. And look at that part line. Like, that part line is flawless. It's not very often you come across a chatty brother or a chatty in general with facial coloring that amazing and a part line that looks that neat. Like, his hair is just... Now, granted, I did do the my water bottle method on these 2, my water bottle and brush method to smooth out the frizz in their hair. I only had to do it on him once, and his hair was perfect. I did do it a second time night. Yes, last night, just for the hell of it, just because I did one on the girl, so I didn't want him to feel left out. So I did do a second one on him, and his hair is just so super smooth now, all the way around. And it does look like it was just trimmed just a tad little bit right there on the back, but thankfully that is in the back. But his eyes open and close, and like even his little eyelashes, you can see, are just super nice and shiny, and they look fantastic. There were some complications in surgery in repairing him, but I did fix it, and I fixed it without thinking, and I kind of glued one part of the housing back to his body without greasing the underside of his record or governor, so he still kind of growls. So that's one thing we're going to be doing tonight, is trying to get back in there without breaking that piece. But I will show you that in a few. But that is the brother, and this is the sister. I'm debating on giving her one last hair treatment, because I do see a few flyaways, but for the most part, her hair is like super duper shiny, like all the way down. Now granted, her facial coloring is not as spectacular as brother's. She does have a tiny hint of blush, but her lips are definitely better than her blush. And this eye is pretty much stuck open, and then this one, it does open and close. But you can see how nice and just super duper shiny her hair is. So I will probably do, I think I'm going to do just one more hair treatment on her, and she should be just about done. Because like the back is absolutely perfect, and then it's this front part up here where it's all layered. There is still a tiny little bit of frizz in there I want to take care of. But other than that, she is just like, wow. These two have cleaned up so nicely. And I am so happy because her hair is completely uncut, all original, all the way around. And she is just, so shiny. Love. Oh, and even look at her part line. Her part line as well is super duper neat. And I will be obviously fixing this little gap right here. I just did that to separate the front and the back of the hair. But that will be fixed before she gets sent back. But yeah. Super duper shiny. Super cute. But those are the two tiny Chatty twins with their super duper shiny hair. Fantastic. And then I will show you the bodies. Or cut felt and glued on. I could do that too. Hey. Okay, so since they do not have their heads, I do not remember which one is which. So the way I'm going to tell is look at the housing that broke. Oh, this is the brother. Okay. So I got new O-rings in these guys, and so they do talk.
I'm hungry. You know. I sat down. Hi, Mommy. I sat down.
You hear that little growl at the end?
your turn. I sat down.
But yeah, so that is Brother's body. And I will show you where he broke. Thankfully, with these guys being in such great condition, they cracked evenly along every seam here, except for the shoulders. The shoulders are always the hardest to crack evenly, but thankfully those are covered with the outfits, but the rest of them are just nice, even cracking. So Brother here, oop, if you can see right there, I popped off his housing, and well, I was in the process of it, and I was trying to get this peg loose right here, and I was trying to get it off where I always do, and next thing I know, this whole piece right here, from right above the needle over to here, just psh, goes flying off. That has only happened one other time, I believe, that I can remember in my Chatty repairing history. And that one did not go back together as easily as this guy. But yeah, so it's right there. Right there, you can see all the glue. So I glued it back right there, and then I also glued it back right here at the post. So trying to, or well, needing to get this housing back off so I can put some grease on the underside of the record in the governor is going to be tricky, because I don't know if that part right there is going to re-break. But it also worries me because it is so close to the needle right here, and this little post that holds that needle in place is extremely fragile. Those break off so easily. I can't tell you how many little housings I have in my parts box that are missing the needle because the post that they sit on breaks off when you try to pop the housing off. But yeah, but that is Brother, and you can see, look at that reflection in the record. It is so nice and clean. You can see literally like every single LED on my ring light. That's so crazy. But yeah, so that is where Chatty Brother broke. That was his one complication during his surgery. But yeah, I did get him obviously back together, and he works. He just still needs a little bit more work, which I am terrified to do. But yeah, so his limbs are obviously nice and tight, and he holds a good pose. And he talks. Oh, see that little growl at the end? That's because the underside wasn't, I didn't put grease on the underside. It was just the top. And then the baby, here is her. Get his hair off. Now, her only complication is that she needs a new string, because I don't know if you can see right there, it is starting to fray and pull apart. So I am going to replace this string. But that was the only complication for her inside of her. But again, she cracked nice and evenly along all sides. It's just the shoulders up here that never crack evenly. But she does talk. Crisp and clear and loud. I love that laugh. But yeah, so you can see she works. And then her record as well is just so perfect. And like I said, there was no complications with her during her surgery. But you can see how nice and super crystal clear her record is. It's been cleaned multiple times and taken care of. So all I have to do at this point is just get that string replaced. And then I already put new grease on the top and bottoms of the record and governor. But I'll probably do that again after I replace the string just to top it off. Before I glue this housing back down, because I will not be opening her up again before I send her off. Well, back home, I should say. I do still need to put a little more grease on her speaker plunger and then clean her speaker a little bit. But for the most part, these guys are basically done. They just need like 1 or 2 more things done, and then they're good to go. See, they're sad. They don't want to leave me. I'm not your dad, but you will be going home to him. So yeah, those are the 2 new Chatty twins that I got to fix up for Cricket and Cricket and Corky's clubhouse. And then also there was another body that he sent to replace the number 3 Chatty Cathy body that was not fixable. And let's see if I can. I'm pretty sure it is this one. Yes. So he sent just the body, and then I took the limbs from the number 3 body and put them on here. Now, her only complication was that no pegs were savable on the housing. So currently I have a rubber band in place to kind of keep everything stable and not moving. But this record is like straight off the factory line clean. Straight, brand new, out of the box clear. Like, I'm so jealous of his dolls. So let me just show you her.
Please carry me. Let's have a party. May I have a cookie? What can we do now?
But yeah, so that is her, and you can hear she is just... Oh, it gives me goosebumps how clear she is. It's so amazing.
Let's play house.
I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. And just for the hell of it, I will show you her record, because she does have an orange record. And I want you to see... Yeah. Okay, so the babies might be a little bit clear. But this record has not a single scratch or dent or anything. Nothing. She is perfect. And she's perfect speed, and she is nice and loud, and this doll is just perfect all over. This record with this head, this was the number 3 head, and you can see her hair is fantastic. Her facial coloring is absolutely minty, and she is just like, she is a bombshell. She is fantastic. So that is the Chatty body, the replacement number 3 Chatty body. And then one more time for her.
Let's have a party.
So clear. Love it. And then also, there is the last Chatty that I still have a little bit of work to do on, is this brunette piggy tail. I still gotta put her hair back into the pigtails. I've already been brushing it out quite a bit, so it is nice and super hella shiny. Like, that is so, so shiny. And then before I put her head back on, I do need to attempt to fix her eyes. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that. I haven't had much luck with that in the past, and I'm kind of nervous doing it on a doll that isn't mine. But I'm going to try my best. But yeah, so the brunette piggy tail, great, great lip color, nice freckles and eyebrows. It's just her eyes are a bit wonky, so need to attempt to straighten those out. Her body is done, she talks, everything is good to go there. Just the pigtails and her eyes. Oops. And then I think that is it for those. And then now we will move on to the lot of 7 dolls I got. The 4 High Dotties, and then the Reissue Chatty, Tiny Tail, and Peachy. A couple updates about those. Howdy, howdy, howdy! Oh, I just got done talking about all your dolls, Mark. Your little super shiny and reflective dollies. But yeah, I'm gonna start with the High Dotties because those are honestly the ones I've been working on the most out of those 7. And I got one of them done. And I don't know if I mentioned it in the last video, but her voice box is the plastic is very thick, but it's also very brittle at the same time, if that makes sense. So trying to open these High Dottie voice boxes is not easy. It's not fun. It's very anxiety filled and very nerve wracking. But so far I have managed to get 2 of the voice boxes working. So, woohoo! And I do have one here. This one is complete. This is one of the High Dotties. And she was the one that had the really, really, really good, clear, crisp eye paint. And she has a little bit of blush and good bottom lip color, but then her upper lip color is pretty faded. And then I did steal this outfit from, I have 2 High Dotties in my room on my shelf that I've had since I was in my room upstairs, and I'll just show you. They are very, very faded. Like how yellow her lips and blush are. She used to have really, really, really good lips and blush. And then now she looks like that. So I'm going to keep 2 of the 4 of these High Dotties, and then the other 2 I will probably sell on eBay. But yeah, this is so far the first girl that is done and complete and ready to add to the shelf. She's cute. You're going to make me want one. Haha. Yes, yes. I love these dolls. So let me find where. Oh, here. So like I said, I did get 2 of these voice boxes opened, and I got a new band, and I used one of the bands from the big. I don't know if I showed you. From Amazon, I believe it was. I got this big pack of like 50 or 100 or however much it was, like different size timing belts is what they called them. But they were belts I used for Jill to replace Jill's bands in her head and her arms. And then I just used a bigger one for High Dottie, and it worked perfectly. I did go a little bit tighter because I found one that was a good size, but I felt like it was just going to be too loose, and in maybe a year or 2, it would just loosen up, and then she would be right back to where she was. So I did use a size or two smaller, just to, make sure that she would talk for a good long while and she wouldn't stop talking after like a year. But yeah, so let me get this battery in here. And I did, after I got the belts on these two voice boxes that I got working, I did clean the records. So they are nice and super crystal clear now. The other one I got working, she was the one that had all of that like dirt inside of her speaker, and she was missing the little button on her wrist. But I got her working, and then I got the button out of her wrist. That took about 2 hours. That was painstaking and annoying. But yeah. So I'm not gonna play every single one of her phrases because I know y'all are probably sick of hearing her. But yeah, so you can see her hair is washed and conditioned, and I've spent hours and hours and hours on these dolls' hair just to make sure they're nice and super, super uber duper shiny. I have not put any kind of curlers or anything in their hair. It's just how it looks is, how it looks. But yeah, the curls in the front are very, very nice and bouncy. I will say, after I repaired her in her voice box, her arm is now able to stay up. I don't know why. But yeah, so here's how she sounds.
Hello, what's your name and how are you? Your line was busy this morning. Who are you talking to? I'm glad you called. Tell me a secret. Can you come over and play after school? Let's have lunch at my house today.
So that is her, and I did, while I had her opened and her voice box taken apart, I did put a little oil on the top and bottom of the motor to oil those bearings up a little bit so they weren't super, super noisy like you guys saw when I first showed them. You could hear the motor running, but the record wasn't turning because the belt was too loose. So you can see she is much, much quieter now, her motor anyway.
Let's call up your friends and invite them to a party. Can I call you back? I have to go to school now.
But yeah, I did clean the record, I cleaned the needle. I cleaned the record multiple times, even though the Q-tip came off clear or clean after probably about 2 times. But me and my OCD self likes to be extremely thorough, so I don't have to go back in for a good while. So I did clean. I was very thorough in cleaning her record and her needle. But yeah, so she is the first one that is complete and done. Not sure about her limbs. If I ever get another one with good colored limbs, because these 4 don't have the greatest colored limbs. Most of them are pretty faded. So I just kind of left them as they were. But yeah, I also, after I got their heads off, I couldn't remember whose body was whose. So I just kind of stuck a head on a body. And this was the first body I got going. And this was, I believe the first head I got cleaned up. So I just put first with first and made a doll. But yeah, little Miss Hi Dottie. Her bangs, the bangs never want to cooperate with me, and it's really annoying. And I want to boil them, but I don't want that super hot water to hit the rest of her hair and then like flatten out these curls. But you can see that little split in the middle of her hair, but I just want that to be like gone. And I also want these bangs to lay flatter, but I haven't attempted all of that yet. But, so that is the first Hi Dottie that is finished. and ready to add to the shelf. Oh, another thing, is she the one that inspired Telephone Tammy? You know, she could be. However, I'm not entirely sure. I know Telephone Tammy was much later. I think, I want to say 90s, but I could be wrong. It was maybe late 80s. But it's possible. It's definitely possible. But I'm not sure for a fact. But what I do know for a fact is that there is 2 versions of Hi Dottie made. I'm still trying to figure out which one is the first version that came out and then which one is the second. I think this one was the first one to come out. But yeah, you can see her hair is like super nice, super thick. She has all one color. She doesn't have two-tone hair. And then see how her bangs are they're more spread out and poofy. And then the other version is this girl right here. I haven't put her back on a body yet. But here is the second one. And you can tell her hair is much, much, much thinner. And her bangs are not as spread out. They're kind of more focused towards the center. And then she has, I don't know if you're going to be able to tell. I know I showed it in kind of the first video. But this one and this one here, oh, this one you would be able to see a lot better. Let me show her real quick. These ones have two-tone hair. So this girl, I think this is the one, her hair was super, super, super thin. I'm pretty sure she was on the one with all that dirt in her speaker. But this girl here, her face is super yellow. But as you can see, she has two-tone hair. She has like a copper color underneath, and then on the top is kind of like a sandy-ish blonde. So I'm pretty sure this is the second version of Hi Dottie. But her hair, the second version, was kind of, I don't have that head out here anymore. The way her hairstyle was, like the commercial, like I said, I'm pretty sure this is the first version, but her hair, this first version, was it was down, and then it was real, real close to her face, and then it was curled up, just like that. So it pretty much sat like this, but it looked like there was a rubber band around her neck holding her hair tight against her neck. And then this second version, her hair was kind of the same way, but it was over her ears and pulled back into a very low pony, like that. So that is how she would look originally, and her hair was tied back like this with a little orange bow. And then this part up here, all of this, there was a section that came down over the front like you saw, and then all this in the back would just go literally straight back to cover up all this, this bald spot right here. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure also the second versions usually have better facial coloring. And also one eye is usually, you can see the white of her eye is like not very white and it's very fuzzy looking. Like someone maybe rubbed the eye too hard and smeared the paint when it was wet. But yeah, it's usually these versions that have the smeared looking kind of eye paint on one eye. And then the first versions usually have super, super nice, detailed, heavy, heavy coloring and clean lines. You can see how dark her eyeshadow is and her lashes and how brown her eyes are. And then compared to this one here, which is much, much lighter in paint color. And you can see how her bangs are kind of more focused towards the center because her hair goes down like that compared to the first version, which are kind of more poofed out. So I still have yet to figure out for a fact which version came out first, but I'm definitely assuming the version with the thicker hair came out first. And even though her hair wasn't in a ponytail, it still had kind of that same style where it came down right here and then kind of hugged her face and kind of curled under like that, and then the curl came out. Kind of like that. And then this part in the back, again, was all just brushed straight back to cover up that little bald spot. But yeah. So that is the first Hi Dottie that is completed. And then the second one had, because her button was jammed up inside of her hands, she now has some issues. Looks like nice hair. Is it nylon? I'm pretty sure this first version here, the first version they used nylon, and then the second version, I have no idea. I don't know if this is saran or what. But like I said, the first version is, her hair is super thick and it's all one color. And then the second version, she has the two-tone hair. I can show you better on this one. But yeah, it's like the sandy blonde on top, and then underneath is like this copper color. And these are both what I'm assuming to be the second version. So you can definitely see the difference in them. But again, with the one fuzzy looking eye, and it's always that eye. But yeah, the lip color, from what I've seen, tends to stay pretty vibrant on these versions. But the hair is, like I said, I'm not sure what kind of fiber they used. Maybe it could be saran. But it's very, very, very wiry and dry feeling. And I did condition their hair. You can see it a little better back there. This sandy blonde compared to the copper underneath. But yeah, so I don't know if maybe they used the nylon for the sandy blonde and then maybe saran for the copper. I'm not sure. But the ends and the back, you can see, it looks very, very frizzy. It's not frizzy, it's just very, very wiry. And I noticed there's a few brushes I can't use on these dolls compared to the first version, because it will just make the hair just get even more frizzy. But yeah, so those are the two second edition dolls. Why is my nose so itchy? Oh my gosh. But yeah, again, with these bangs, you can see how they're split in the middle, and they don't want to lay flat. But yeah, these two have been washed and conditioned, so they are nice and super shiny. This one is obviously in the better shape. I am definitely keeping this one when I finish her. And then this one, whenever I finish her, her voice box was repaired, but like I said, it's having issues. I'm about to show you that. But yeah. So this one I'm probably keeping, and then this one I'll sell. But yeah, those are the two second edition dolls, or what I assume to be the second edition dolls. And then show you the last one. Oh, let me show you her body first. So the body for her is here. And like I said, this is the one that had all that dirt in the speaker. I wonder if the wiry part of the hair is oh yeah, you know, it could be. I don't know. It's possible though. It's very dry and wiry feeling. It's not cute. Her face mold kind of sort of gives me Little Miss Makeup vibes. Yes! I think that same exact thing. But this is her body. And you can see her limbs match her head. Very, very yellow. And also, I got this little button out of her wrist. It was literally all the way up here. It was stuck all the way up here. And I had to use my smallest screwdriver to literally stick it up in there, try to get the screwdriver into this hole, and then kind of slide it down. And then what makes it a button is there's a metal piece in there, and it acts as a spring. You push that in, and it touches another metal piece, which goes down into the voice box, which makes the motor turn on. So I think that part may have been damaged whenever whatever child shoved that button up into her hands. But I did get her belt replaced, and she does talk. However, she doesn't shut up. She just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. The only way she will stop talking, this is what I find really, really weird. The only way she will stop talking is if you push the button, which is completely backwards from how she's supposed to work. Because you're supposed to push this button, and it activates the motor, and it makes her say her phrase. But this girl, you have to push the button to make her shut up. So, I'm going to show you her real quick. Where I had another D battery somewhere. Oh well, I'll just take the one out of her, I guess. Oh, okay. And I also need to fix the snaps on this outfit because they are very much coming loose. Yeah, I'm definitely keeping this one. She is way too pretty. Okay. Could you keep your eye out for a number 4 American Girl? I can do my best. I don't normally search for American Girls. They kind of just come across. I've been finding a lot of bitty babies lately. Okay, so here we go with this one. Battery in.
Hello, what's your name and how are you? My line was busy this morning. Who are you talking to? I'm glad you called. Tell me a secret.
You push the button and she stops talking.
Can you come over and play after school?
That doesn't make sense.
Let's have lunch at my house today. Let's call up your friends and invite them to a party.
She's totally backwards. That's the first time I've ever seen that. It's so weird.
Can I call you back? I have to go to school now. Do you know your phone number? What is it? Do you like to talk on the telephone? I do. Let's play house now. Can I be the baby? I wonder who's calling.
So and then to take her battery out, I have to hold down that button and then pop the battery out. But yeah, so that's... I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this one, but she does work. And as you can maybe see from in there, all that damage in there to her voice box. These, like I said, these voice boxes are not easy to repair. They are a serious pain in the butt. But yeah, so I got a new belt on her. Her record is cleaned. Her needle is cleaned. She works. Her button is now a button again. Except she just won't shut up unless you're holding down that button, which is completely backwards from how she's supposed to work. So I'm assuming whatever happened to her to have her button shoved up like towards her fingers in her hand somehow bent that piece in there, like maybe bent it down, put a like curve in it, so now it's just permanently touching the other part in there to turn her motor on and make it run. And then when you push the button, it separates the two so they're not touching, and then therefore she stops talking. I don't know. But yeah, so that is the second one I got working. And then that is, y'all saw, number 2 and 3. I should really put this head on the first body I showed you because she's in the best shape, facial coloring wise. But the other girl, this girl, is in the best shape, like hair wise. So I don't know, I just kind of stuck her head on there. So yeah, those are the 3 Hi Dottie heads. And then her body is right, here. Her body is here. It is cracked open, but I have not touched her voice box in there yet, so that band still needs to be replaced. And then this girl, this is the 4th and final Hi Dottie. I haven't done anything with her besides brush her hair out, but her lip color and blush is fantastic, along with her eye paint. Nice, crisp, and clear. You can see her paint is starting to go a little yellow around the edges, along with her upper lip. But it's still better than nothing, and I feel like with how thick her hair is, see, she's like the first version with the super nice thick hair, and she does not have two-tone hair. Now, I can see where you might think that she does, because all this under here, how it looks all nice and red, that's how her hair is supposed to look. Her hair is very, very, I don't know, maybe it's just dirty, but it looks very dingy and faded compared to all this underneath. You can see how nice and shiny that is under there compared to this up top. And her bangs are damn near perfect. So hopefully she will turn out fantastic. And like I said, I still have to get inside her to get her voice box working. So there is 2 voice boxes I still need to get working. So hopefully in 3 to 4 hours, we'll have all of that done. Look at the plastic. Possibly sun damage. It could be, but if it was sun damage, I don't think her facial coloring would be this flawless. If it was sun damage, I would think she would look more like this. I don't know. This was my second ever Hi Dottie. And her bangs are fabulous. Her hair is still nice and super shiny and super thick. My first two Hi Dotties were the first version dolls with the nice, super thick hair with the pretty curls. But unfortunately, her arm broke off, and then it broke one of the wires down in her arm. Like, I think it connects, like, right down in here, that wire. So to reconnect that, I would have to split open this entire arm, which I don't feel like doing. So, she's just going to be a little one-armed Dottie for a while. But yeah, and then the other three, I haven't really done much work with. The Tiny Tail is still in pieces. Her head is somewhere. I think it's still in there. Her head still needs to be washed. Peachy, her hair is washed and conditioned and is now super duper shiny. And it's nice and pretty and curly, and look at those bangs. And this beautiful curl down here at the bottom. Her only thing is her face has gone very yellow. She still has a bit of good blush and lip color, however, it is quite faded. But her bangs, you can see they're a lot thicker towards the middle than they are on the sides. I've tried so hard to spread those out, but it's just, it's not working. So this is just kind of what she looks like. But her hair is super duper shiny, and it is somewhat cooperating, like these sides here, this little swoop back there. And then this part over here where it just goes back and then curls, I love that. But yeah, so her hair is washed and conditioned and shines. So she is just waiting to be put back onto her body, which will hopefully be soon, but her voice box is not cooperating. Same thing with Tiny Tail. Tiny Tail's not cooperating either. I don't know why. And it's just, it's the setup. It's those gears underneath the record. It's just, they're... and then this Reissue Chatty here, I still have done absolutely nothing with. Like, I haven't even touched her because I know that part inside, like, there's nothing I can do with that. She would need a whole new body if I wanted her to talk again. Plus the fact that she's had a haircut and someone has given her bangs. She is not supposed to have bangs. Oh, I got my other one out so I can show you how she sounds. Okay. So let me run over here real quick and grab her. BRB. Ouch. Okay, so... Oh, I lied. She's over here. Oh, okay. So, this girl... Ooh. This girl has some issues. When I washed and conditioned her hair, I never conditioned it because I put the shampoo in and I swear to God, I rinsed her hair out for 3 hours and there was still shampoo stuck in her hair. And the water, I literally rinsed her hair out for so long, the hot water turned cold. That's how long I rinsed her hair out and there was still shampoo. So I just said, you know what, whatever. It's not all coming out. So I took her out and let her dry. So her hair is very shiny. Very nice and shiny, but very dry feeling because there's no conditioner in it. But this is what her hair is supposed to look like. supposed to be kind of long on the sides. Super, super cute. And then she has this red headband that would kind of go over all of that, kind of like that. And then her hair was kind of the same way as Peachy's, very curly at the ends. But this soft vase version, her hair always falls extremely flat. And then the other thing with her was the front part of her body completely cracked and broke. So her one leg does not stay on, and this leg barely stays on. But she does have her original outfits, undies, socks, and shoes. Her undies are elsewhere. But yeah, so this doll has the voice of Maureen McCormick, the same actress that played Marsha Brady. Oh, Chad Williams, what did you do? Oh wow, a lot of comments being deleted. Oops. Oh, I can view them? Oh, Chad Williams, that's what you did. That's funny. Thank you, Ember. I very much appreciate you. It's because oh, did I not see those comments? Oh yeah, that reflection right there. Yeah, I need to replace my screen protector on my phone. But yeah, there is a crack going literally right across my camera. So that is why the reflection. He's just jealous. Yeah, I know. He is very much so. Okay, so this is the late 70s reissue Chatty Cathy, voiced by Maureen McCormick. And again, you can kind of see it on the insides. She used to have really hot pink lips, and then because of being upstairs with the window open all the time, she has gone quite pale. Same with her arms and leg. Well, legs. I do have her other leg here. But yeah, so she is in need of a new O-ring, but it's not urgent. She does talk a little bit fast, but it's not like to the point where you can't understand her. She is on my shopping list. Yeah, she talks, whispers, and sings. So, you can see her string is like super long. But here we go.
Bring on the rosy, pocket full of posies. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. I won't tell anyone your secret. I love to sing. May I sing for you? I won't tell anyone your secret. We can whisper if you want to. I love to sing. May I sing for you?
Oops.
I won't tell anyone your secret. Come closer. I want to whisper in your ear.
That is probably my favorite phrase that she says because it's so creepy. Come closer, I want to whisper in your ear. But yeah, you can see she talks, whispers, and sings.
Bring on the rosy, pocket full of posies.
And like I said, she is a bit fast, but she's not completely chipmunked yet, which is good. She's just a special little case. who needs a little bit of extra love. And I've had her out in the shed with some of my other dolls because, I mean, I can't really do much with her. She can't stand on her own. She can't be on a stand because her leg will fall off and then she'll just kind of bleh. So I'm not really sure what I can do with her to display her. So I just keep her out there, you know, at least I know she's safe and she's not getting smushed or anything. I hate that. That gives me an eerie vibe. What, that she wants to whisper in your ear? Your reissued Chatty has such a pretty face. Yes, there's 2 versions of this doll made. There was this one with the soft and squishy face, which is most of the time you find her with super pale face and like no facial coloring. And then there was this one here, which is, oh wow, that's a big difference. There's this one here, which was a hard face, and you can see how much coloring she has. Her coloring is like fantastic. But also, to tell the difference, look how ginormous her head is compared to hers. Like, that's something I learned very early on about the Chatty family dolls. The hard-headed dolls are much, much, much smaller in size compared to the soft-face dolls. But yeah. And also, the hard-face dolls obviously hold their coloring a lot better than the soft-face dolls. But yeah. She's kind of busted, but still functions properly. Can't keep her down. Yeah, kind of like me. I'm kind of busted, but I still function properly. But yeah, so you can see her hair is very, very short compared to hers, because it's supposed to be this long with a very big, like a big curl at the end. So some child at some point gave her a haircut. And like I said, I have done absolutely nothing with her yet, so you can still see all that dirt on her face. And her limbs are very, very yellowed. But yeah, so those are the 2 little Chatties, reissue Chatty Cathy's. But yeah, Amber, she is just a bit busted, but she's a fighter. She is definitely a fighter.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
But yeah. So that is those. Kind of dig the bangs. You know, I don't know. I'm gonna wait and see if I can even get this head off, because this head is literally concrete. So I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to wash her hair. Even if I did wash her hair with her head on her body, it wouldn't matter if any water got inside, because her entire her body is not savable. She would need an entire body replacement, because you can see the governor down in there. It's completely loose in there, because all this plastic that holds it in place at the bottom has disintegrated. So this body is not gonna work again. But yeah, you can see that one compared to this one down here. You can see kind of, wait, let me get this leg off. It's better from this angle. Yeah. Okay, so you can see see that plastic down in there that is holding the governor in place is completely missing. from this girl. So her governor is just floating free in there, and there's nothing holding it in place. So even if I did put an O-ring on her, it wouldn't work. So, like I said, even if I did wash her hair with her head on her body, it wouldn't really matter if any water got inside because this body is not fixable anyway. Now, what I could do, since this body is not fixable, is just pull her head back and completely break off this neck flange and then take everything out and use it for parts. But yeah, the body itself, because the governor is not held stable in place, it can't be reused. And I know some people would be like, oh, you can fix that, like there's different stuff you can do. I am not crafty like that. If I was, I wouldn't be saying this. But yeah, so that is the reissue Chatty. Damn, the trolls are out to get you tonight like leeches. Yeah, haters gonna hate. I don't understand why they cut her original hairstyle so crooked. I agree. Are they worth a lot of money? Oh, I guess it depends on who's buying it. But I mean, they are and they aren't. I'd say in this condition right now with cut hair and a non-reusable body or non-fixable body, I would say, I'd say like 15 bucks for her. Because she does have really good facial coloring. It's just her hair was cut and you can't fix her body. The shorter side of her hair gets on my nerves. Yeah, I think that's just because it's kind of poofier on that side. But it like, if you kind of flatten it out, it is kind of all even. But it's just poofy. But yeah, I know what you mean. My OCD is ridiculous. I wonder if the head was soft at one point but hardened and shrunk over time. You see it on some Barbies from the 80s in one of my Dolly Surprise. I don't think so. I think there was just maybe one version, like Hi Dottie, was a later version than the other. I don't know. But yeah, her head is definitely, it's solid. I'm never scrolling through live again. That's fine with me. A bow would look good in her hair. Give her the Matilda look. You're not wrong. Please, can you say happy birthday to my sister? Nice try. Happy birthday, though. Okay. I'm dead. Yeah, me too. Nice username, though. But yeah, so that is the reissue Chatty. So, clearly, we have a lot of work to do tonight. So, let's get started. You know, I think I'm going to start off with the easiest thing right now. And I'm going to restring the tiny Chatty baby. Is it this one? Yes. Tiny Chatty baby with the little fraying right there. So at any moment, with any pull of the string, this string could just snap. I feel that same way. Love that cute Elmo next to you. Yes, I got him today. Well, yesterday, I guess? I don't know. I haven't gone to bed yet, so it's still technically today. Yeah, that's the original 95 Tyco Tickle Me Elmo. Yeah, he's in great shape. I think I only paid like $9 for him. He didn't vibrate when I got him, so I had to take his voice box out and open it up and, you know, get a new main gear on him and put some new grease on. But yeah, he works now. I make dolls. Sometimes when I reroute them. Am I gay? Is it not obvious? Yes. The hard-headed Hong Kong version. Her box says 1990 or 1975. I wonder what it says on the soft face version. Do you have a Woody doll? Somewhere. I know when I was a kid, I got that set. I think I got them for Christmas. But it's the set that can interact with each other and has the eyes that open and close. I thought they were, like, amazing. Yay, working on a Betty big girl. So much rust and dirt. Ugh, love Betty. I can't believe I have 3 Betty big girls. That's crazy. You know that's a girl's hat, right? Yeah. It's my hat now. The bedazzled hat is slaying. Yes. I still gotta finish doing it right here. Because I took off all the original rhinestones because the paint was chipping. And I just got these actual rhinestones from Amazon. And now I don't have to worry about chipping paint or fading. They're just all sparkle all the time. Okay. He looks stunning in everything. Oh, stop. You gonna make me blush? Oh. Alright, Mark, I hope you're watching, because I'm about to cut the string on your doll. Actually, you know what? I am going to do it like this. And we're going to see what the last phrase is that she says before we restring her. So let me go grab my scissors. Yep. Oops. Dottie, you're on my nerves. Okay. All right. Ugh. So, sippy. Could I play the song Japan by... I'm not sure how to pronounce that, and I'm not going to butcher it. But I honestly, with all the music I play and all the... I don't know if they're violations or warnings, but there's like a copyright. Every time I go to look at my videos, there's always like a little yellow triangle with an exclamation point in it. Like it's a copyright claim. But it's on like every single one of my videos. And knock on glass, save your ass. My channel is still here and they haven't taken it down. Thank you, Lord. Okay. Now, all right. So let's see what the last phrase is that she will say. Boop, 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 boop. I believe the soft-headed Mexico version box is 1969. That is good to know. All right, let's see what she says. Bye-bye, string. Okay. Da 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 da. Oh, crap. Oh, it's right there. Just kidding. I was going to say, I have no idea. I don't remember where I put my string. So her string is gone. And she says, Dad, I hope you're watching. Okay. All right. Now, and as I always do, even with my own dolls, I am going to put a, I wouldn't say a foot, but a few blah, blah, blah. God, I can't talk tonight. A few extra inches of string on her clutch when I restring her. That way, if the string ever breaks with her owner, when I send her back, that he can easily just open her right up, pop this housing off, and unwind, feed through, and she's good to go again. So, let's get my string. Okay. So we have our string. If anyone is wondering, this is premium braided Dacron, green spots, low stretch, small diameter fishing line is what I use to restring any of my dolls that have a pull string. And it is literally, you can see it, it's literally the same kind of string that Mattel used back in the day, except theirs just had little red lines on it, and there was no wax on it, because on this there's like little bit, it's covered in like wax or something, maybe, so it'll feed through easier. But it's literally the same string Mattel used back in the day, just with the little green spots instead of the red. Okay. Okay, there's our string. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this beforehand. And I'm going to put a couple knots down here at the end. So when I feed it through the clutch, it has something to hold onto. Okay. And I get my pliers. Okay. So there's our string. Oh, get off me. Okay, now we can pop this off here. And like I said, for those who haven't seen, she does have one good tab that holds it in place, so I don't need a rubber band to hold everything in place. And so here is her original string, and you can kind of see right there where it's starting to fray. So maybe not right away, but maybe in a few years, depending on how much the string is pulled, it eventually would have broken right there. and she would have needed to be restrung anyway. Okay, now, where's my, la 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 la, oh, here we go. Little screwdriver. Okay, oops. So here goes her, whoop, there's her original string. And here we go with her brand new string. And I'm gonna flatten out this edge a little bit, so it's easy, or able to easily go through the clutch. Okay, and I'm gonna pull that really, really, really tight, just to really secure that knot in there. And then I'm going to wrap the string counterclockwise. And the good thing is about restringing, she's already got her O-ring on. Nothing has to be removed besides the housing. All right, now, awesome. All right. So I'm gonna leave this out. I'm gonna leave quite a bit of this out. And then I'm going to put her housing back on and feed the string through the needle and then the top and then out the back. Okay. Now I'm just gonna let this run in. Like so. Okay, now I'm gonna feed it through those little rivets. And then out the back, like so. And there we go. Now she has her new string. All right, now what I'm going to do is put the front of this back on and put her O-ring back on. Such anxiety I get when I see them all being worked on. I know. I only trust yours. Aw, thanks. Her dad is gone and you became her stepmother. I love that. Thundercats? I've never seen Thundercats either. I don't know who Snurf is. Cookies at 3 a.m. Hell yeah. Now I'm hungry. Right? What kind of cookies? Oh, chocolate chip. Hell yeah. Alright, so let's get her O-ring on here. Or I mean her O-ring. Pull ring. I am so excited for Mark to get these back. Okay, and then there's just that little bitty tail there. So I'm gonna snip that off. All right. And now she has her pull string again. And now, oop. Now I'm just going to open her up, pop off the housing, pull the string nice and tight. Well, actually pull the string first so the spring is all nice and tight. And then pop off this housing. And then wind up the string so it is just the right length. Get out of there, please. I think that's, nope, another one. Okay, I think that right there should be long enough, maybe. Ooh, way too long. Okay, so maybe like twice more, I would say. Nope, too short. Okay. So now with this new string, because I added that little bit extra on there, it's not going to end exactly at the end of the sentence, but it should be a little bit after. Oh, maybe it will. Oh, perfect. It's stopping right where I want it to. Perfect. Okay. Awesome. So now she is restrung with her new string. And now I'm just going to go through and put a little bit of grease on all the moving parts. Oh. Okay, and I'm going to change out my Q-tip here. Oh. Wherever I put my Q-tips, my couch is such a mess. Okay. All right. Am I blind? Are they like right in front of me? Ouch. What did I use those for? I have no idea. That's a problem. Nope. Well, why do I feel like they're just like sitting right in front of me? I don't know. Okay. Well, I guess that will have to wait because I am oh so good at losing stuff and I've lost my Q-tips. So, I guess I'll have to wait till I find my Q-tips. Okay. Well, for now, whoop, Little Miss Baby is done. And she got herself a new string. Nice, beautiful, white, pristine string.
Night, night.
she works perfectly. Okay, and I'm just gonna double check brother's string just to make sure. Okay, so there is a little bit of fraying on there, but it definitely is not as bad as hers was. But yeah, you can hear that growling down in there. That's the bottom of the record and then the bottom of the governor. That needs to be greased. She's so wonderful. Yes. What is no? Okay. So I was going to put the grease on her and then get her head back on, because super, super shiny hair. But since I can't find my Q-tips, that will have to wait. Also, which means I can't do anything else with my chatties. Because I was going to put your number 3 head onto the new number 5 body, but I was going to give her one last good, thorough record cleaning before I did, just because I know I'm not going to be getting into her again to clean anything or anything like that. But I can't find my Q-tipios. So, I don't know where they are or where they have gone to, unless I'm just blind and they're like right in front of my face. Let me just go make a double check trip. I never checked, I don't think I checked to my room. Maybe they're in my room. Nope. No Q-tips in here. Damn. Where the hell did I put those? Because I swear to God, I just used them. And where I used them, I have no clue. Yep, I have no idea. So, I guess we are going to wash some hair. Because I can't glue down any housings. And I can't... Oh, I found them. Cool. Found them. Okay, so now we can continue with the tiny chatty. Awesome. All right. You are my hero. Oh, hey, while you're here, I figured I'm going to show you on my camera with better quality. Let me flip this around here and flash. Here are your 2 outfits. Nice and bright. Well, kind of. Most of the stains came out from the leg elastic, but they are very much stretched out. And like I said, I did have to pull them early because of reasons. So they did not come as clean as I wanted them to, but they are definitely better than what they were, for sure. And now, even when they dried, like I said, there was a little bit of bleeding up on the neck piece up there. But now that it's dry, you can like just barely see it. And then brother's outfit is absolutely fabulous. His outfit came a whole lot wider than I thought it would. And then there is still those rust spots, but they did lighten up quite a good bit. I did take my toothbrush and kind of give them a good scrub while they were soaking. But yeah, so it definitely came a lot cleaner than I thought it would. but there is still some, you can see the whites of his outfit is still just a tad bit yellow compared to underneath the collar where it should be super, super white. But yeah, like I said, they did not come as clean as I wanted them to, but they are definitely better than what they were. And then his hat is right here. His little hat is absolutely just perfect. There is no bleeding. There was that one little stain right there, which came out pretty good. I noticed a few different little rust stains on his hat, like over there. And a lot of them did lighten up quite a bit. But his hat is still a little bit dingy. You can see right here in the corners, like at the seams, where what it should look like. If I let it soak a little bit longer, it definitely would have cleaned up like that. But since I pulled everything early, there is still a bit of yellowness to everything, but it's still a lot better than what it was. And then the shoes were the biggest issue because, like I said, the shoes were the only ones, well, not the only ones, like the outfits bled, but definitely I gave them a pre-rinse. So I figured anything that was going to bleed would have already bled out. But the shoes, I pre-rinsed the shoes just like everything else, and I had them soaking in with the outfits, and the water was just like kind of turning brown. I didn't see any blue. I even picked them out and squeezed them out, and there was no blue color. And then I set them out to dry and thought everything was fine, and then they dried, and then now they kind of look like this. So I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, they kind of look like that now, which isn't terrible. I'm sure you could probably take like a little bit of bleach on a Q-tip or something and kind of bleach those out, but they're not terrible. They are still a bit dingy because I had to pull everything, but definitely, well, I don't know if I would say these are better than what they were because they're a little more blue now. But yeah, the outfits came out a lot better than I thought they would, especially pulling them out that early from the Oxy, because usually I let my outfits soak for 2 to 3 days, depending on how dingy they are. Oh, love it all. Bummer about the shoes. Good news, I found another pair. Right. And like I said, you could probably take like a Tide stick or maybe a little bleach on a Q-tip and try and kind of get that out. But I only have one pair of tiny Chatty blue shoes, and I've never attempted to wash them. So I wasn't exactly sure how it would turn out. But I figured, you know, pre-rinsing everything in warmer water to get that extra color out would have been enough, but clearly not. My Cricut doesn't work. I know my Corky does. Yay, it was manifesting. Q-tips, yes. Jack, is it like the battery compartment? Is it corroded or? Love the cat outfit for the Chatty babies. Yes, I have that one somewhere. I'm not sure where it went to. It came on my first Chatty baby, tiny Chatty baby, which was a little blonde. I learned how to repair Chatties on my mom's childhood tiny Chatty, and then I also learned on her. So my first tiny Chatty that came in that outfit is very much no longer a thing, because yeah, she went through a lot of trial and errors. So her record is in the bag with all the other records that no longer work. But I still have that outfit. Her buttons are stuck, and even then it's dead. Well, that you would probably have to ask Mark about, because that I'm not sure. There might be a video somewhere on Cricket and Corky's Clubhouse. Maybe somewhere about that. I'm not sure, but anything Cricket, Quirky, or Joe related would definitely be on that channel, so you should definitely check it out. Okay, so Q-tips. So now we can finish putting new grease on her. Oh, also, Mark, I don't know if you saw or if you were here. These guys both all cracked nice and even along the sides, except for the shoulders. The shoulders were the only things that didn't crack evenly. But thankfully, the outfits cover that. Okay. Oh, I'm going to put these down here so I don't mix those up. All right. Okay, and since I'm taking everything out, I'm going to unwind this string a bit, just so I can let out this record in spring. Okay. You know what? I'm going to use my other grease, because I feel like the one I'm using now just isn't working. So I am going to use this stuff, which is the grease that I use on my motionette gears, my little battery operated motionette gears. Okay, make sure there's nothing on my fingers. I mean, it doesn't really matter because I'm going to be cleaning this record again anyway. Okay, please don't spring out and kill me, Clutch. That would be fantastic. Yeah, there is grease in here, but it's very much dried out. Yay, crack is whack, right? Okay. So, this record's about to run away on me. Okay, so a little bit of grease on the bottom of the record here. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna wrap up this string a little bit and just kind of get that grease worked out through there. Okay, now where? Uh-oh. What did I just do with the clutch? Or the clutch. The governor. Where did I just put that? Oh, it's up there. Okay. And she is sounding a bit wobbly. And I think that is why. So I'm just going to give her governor a quick little cleaning here. this back on here really quick. Oops. All right. And my little, there's that. Get all this extra deteriorated O-ring out of here. Get all that old grease off of there. And I've also noticed the last couple Chatties I've cleaned up and repaired, when I clean this little groove where the O-ring sets, when I clean it with my ISO 70%, it seems to just make it very slippery and make them talk very fast. So I'm going to try and get out as much of this leftover O-ring as I can, but I'm not going to try and clean in there because clearly it doesn't work. Okay, so that should be good there. And then there's just all this left over there. All right. So now, I'm gonna get this on, and it looks like I may have already put new grease on her, but it did not show so. So I'm just gonna put some new stuff on there. Oh, I don't need that. Okay. All right, just put some down here on the bottom of this governor. Oops. Okay, now I need to get this O-ring off here. All right. Now, before I do this top half here, I'm just gonna pull this nice and tight and rewrap this string. I think that might be a little too tight there. Oh, how is that possible? Alrighty. No. That is the original length, but that is not long enough. I don't understand how that makes sense, but all right, unwrap that. All right, make sure this is the right length. All right, cool. just going to put some grease on the top halves here. All right. All right, cool. So now, no growling from Missy here. I forgot to tell you there's a prototype, like an actual prototype Chatty body. It's apparently a test on the sound. Am I about to hit a dab rig? No. Couldn't tell you the last time I took a dab. It's on eBay. Hey, send me the link on Messenger. I'll have to look at it later. All right, let's see how she sounds. Very nice, very nice. Okay, now I'm going to clean her record one last time very thoroughly, and then I'm going to glue back down this housing. Okay. And then her body is complete, and then she just waits for her head. Yep. Oh yes, very, very nice. All right, let's get this needle. Okay. Ouch. All right. Q-tips coming off clean. Reflections are nice and clear. So this girl's record is complete. So now I'm just going to glue back down her housing on 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 posts. Well, I'm not going to do this one because this post is still good. So I'm just going to do the ones that are already broke. Feeling like P. Diddy. Okay. Alright, now I'm just gonna let that sit. I'm gonna let that sit just like that, just for a couple hours. And by the time I get up tomorrow, I will check her before I go to work, and it should be nice and secure on there. So now she is glued on all 4 posts besides the one that is still good, just in case she has to get back into. You don't have to worry about breaking that post. All right. Now, put this all back together here. And then we will move on to brother. Oops. And then after she dries, I'm going to clean her, well, wipe down her speaker and get some new grease on her plunger. Okay, what time is it? 3:30. Awesome. Howdy, howdy. No, you're not late, Wilson. Sparkles like a diamond. Yeah. That's how I like my records. If you can't, or if you're looking at your or if I'm looking at my record and it doesn't reflect like a brand new mirror, then it needs more cleaning. Because my records be shiny. Okay. Now, let's go do... Oh, you know what? I'm going to do a little bit on their hair. And the brush that I want does not look like it's out here. So let me go grab that real quick and I will BRB. Oh, I don't need to kick this over while it's open. Okay. BRB. Okay, well, the brush that I want is not in there. So, I guess I'll just have to use one of the ones here. But, okay. Do a little bit of shine work on her. And like I said, I think she might need just one more treatment. And she should be good to go. Get right up on those roots. a part line. Yeah, it's just these, the very, very ends of her hair. So she does need one more little treatment. It's just the very ends that need a little bit more work. But the rest of her hair is absolutely pristine. Because her hair be super shiny. What dolls did I do? I will show you in just a minute. Is that the 70s reissue Chatty legs? Yes. I found my reissue Chatty Cathy the other day. And I know when I got that lot of 7 dolls, I wasn't able to show her because I couldn't find her. But I have found her. And I showed her off. But she is, as Amber said earlier, she's extremely busted, but still functions properly. And I said, kind of like me. But yes. Oh, so shiny. Okay. Yes, these are the 70s reissue Chatty legs. Oh, here. I can't remember when I got her. But yeah, I was talking about her because there was this 70s reissue Chatty in that lot of 7 dolls I got. And I can't fix her because the piece that holds her governor and or speed control in place is all deteriorated and busted. So her speed control is basically just free floating in there. And for anyone that's wondering, this right here, this piece down in here, that is her governor and or the speed control, what the O-ring goes around. But yeah, the plastic down there, right there, that holds the governor secure in place is just, it's non-existent anymore. So that governor is literally just free floating. But yeah, her, as you saw, she is very much busted. So her legs will not stay on. But yeah, she's very much busted, but she still works.
We are on the rosy, pocket full of posies. Now Luigi's falling down my baby.
But yeah. So yeah, those are her legs. Okay. You know what? Before we wash hair, what I'm going to do is get my around 2050, and I remember seeing her back then. Could be. If it's really been that long, I can't. That's hard to believe it's been that long already. 5. Wow, why can't I math? 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 9 years. 9 years I've had her. That is crazy. She's busted, but she makes it work. Hell yeah, she slays. Slay all day. Okay, so where, I think it was this one here. Yes. Okay, so this number 5 Chatty body, which is the replacement for the number 3 Chatty body, which is non-working, which this beautiful, beautiful number 3 head is going onto. I'm going to glue her housing back in place, and then clean her record one last time real good, and then she will be all set to go. Ah, that's not what I wanted. And then I'll be able to get her head onto this body and finish up her hair. Okay, but yeah, so this girl, this replacement body has a number 5, or I'm sorry, an orange record that is just so shiny, and she is, and again, with that red string, the same string I used to restring the tiny Chatty, same string, just with little red lines on it instead of green. Okay. And I'm also going to put some more grease all over her. The Endless Gorgeous Classic Chatty Face. Yes. Okay. I am actually going to go back to this song because it's a good song. Okay, so I have these rubber bands on here holding this housing in place because none of the little pegs, none of the 5 pegs were savable. They all kind of broke off. So her housing is very much just kind of free floating. But I'm going to, oh, it looks like I already did. Okay, did I do that down there? And it looks like I did. Okay, so the bottom is still good, but I am going to do this top part again. And just put some grease on here. All right, just to make sure everything stays moving smoothly. All right, run that through there. Awesome. All right, now to glue this housing into place, hey Sherry. All right. Oh crap, I forgot to clean a record. That's all right. I can always do that after this dries, because it'll actually be much easier. Okay. This is the part that I have to be very careful on. Now, while that stays in place, where... Oh, here they are. Alright, I'm going to put these rubber bands back on here just to hold everything down. And then tomorrow, after this dries, I will clean her record for the last time. And then I'll put her head on, finish her hair, and she will be done, complete, and ready to head home. Okay, this is not why. Okay, well, this housing is wanting to go crooked, so I'm just gonna have to sit here and hold this for a minute. Hello, Fran. I am currently fixing a vintage voice box. Firmly hold for 30 seconds, 30 to 45 seconds. Waiting, 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 waiting and waiting. Hello, Scott. Am I good yet? Can I let go? Very good. Okay, cool. So now I'm gonna go set this aside so that way it can dry. Okay. Okay, so that Chatty's done. Well, her voice box anyway. Now, you know what? I am going to clean this girl up. Because her arms and legs need, well, actually all of her, including her face, needs a good cleaning. So, oh crap. Now I have to remember where I put that. Oh, is this it? Ah, gotcha. My magic eraser. Okay, now I'm just gonna go get this a little wet. Okay. Oh. Mega stuffed Oreos. That actually sounds really good right now. 2020, my life changed. Did it really change? Because it doesn't sound like it with that comment. Okay, so I'm going to start with her face. This needs to be brighter. Ooh, wow, that is so much dirt. She is so pretty. Okay, so there is just a couple stains that won't come off. But her face is now clean. And she definitely has pretty pink lips. Oh, I feel secondhand embarrassment for you because you think that you're actually having an effect on me. This is so cringe, so are you. Clearly the way you treat others is really what's cringe. Anywho. Oh man, these arms are so yellow. I need to learn how to airbrush. I can't remember who said it earlier, if it was Amber or Jack or someone. But they said the trolls are... What was it you said? The trolls are out for blood or something? But yeah, it's usually not as bad on YouTube. But on TikTok, however, is usually the worst. That's usually why I don't go live on TikTok. Because yeah, they don't affect me. But I also don't want to keep going on live and letting them think that that's okay. And just not acknowledge it. But, you know, haters gonna hate. All it proves is that they are jealous of the life that they don't have the balls to live. They don't have the courage to do what makes them happy. They are embarrassed about what makes them happy because they are worried about getting judged for it. So they project their own crap onto people that are actually doing what makes them happy, trying to bring them down and make them as miserable as they are. But too bad they won't have an effect on me. The only thing I dislike the most about Chatties is that they completely, like, I don't know if it's the rubber that they used when they made these molds, but it just absolutely destroys my magic erasers. Yeah, these legs are very, very heavily stained. And this girl was clearly found at a thrift store. Okay. Oops. Oh, Jack, you want to be a mod? I can't remember how to do that. Let's see. I don't know if I can do it from this screen. Let's see. Maybe if I click his name. Hang on. Let's see here. Sorry, guys. Uno momento. Pin message, report, remove, pin user in timeout, hide user, scroll. Oh, there it is. Ha. Okay. Jack is now a moderator for your channel. Hell yeah. $1.8K seconds. Is that like... Oh, man. Persona 3 Reload? I have no idea what that is. Is that a game? I'm not a gamer. Clearly. Gaming is not my thing. Ah! Not what I wanted. Oh, man. Okay. It's a pretty cool game. Yeah, I'm not a gamer. My brother was a big gamer. This is my gaming. This is what I love doing. Vintage doll repair and restoration. You know what? I'm gonna put a timeout on this because she is just slaughtering my erasers. But at least I got her face clean and her arms. Why? The hell? That's new. First time I've seen that. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Now, let's see if we can figure out something, some way to style this hair. Oh, there's a big cut right there. So I think with her, what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to get her head off. Not tonight, though. That would take way too long. I'm going to attempt to get her head off. And if I can successfully get her head off, then I will wash and condition her hair. And then after that, since her hair is already cut, I want to try to put some curl back into it, because there is a little bit that you can see there, but it's not as defined as it should be. So, like I said, since her hair is already cut, clearly, because she's not supposed to have bangs, I may even try to fix those bangs a little bit so they're a little more even. But yeah, I want to put this curl back into her hair since it's already cut, and I'm not really worried about if it melts or whatever, because like I said, this body is not fixable anyway, so she is probably just going to be used for parts. Her arms and legs I could probably use for a Dottie, or maybe one of the other dolls like Timey Tell or Peachy. But yeah. But at least her face is clean, and she looks fantabulous. Oh wow, that is a lot of messages. Doll hobbyist, I like that, Amber. What is the inspiration for the hat? I mean, no inspiration really, but I will show you why I did it. Yeehaw. So this, I have about 1 million of these hats because I love them. This is what it would look like originally. And you can see on most of these, they're not very shiny anymore because they are spray painted. And all the paint is just chipping and coming off. And then underneath are just these little white rhinestones, like fake, cheap plastic. And half of that paint comes off of there, and then they're just dull and lifeless. So I took all of the originals off, and then I got these from Amazon, and I matched them up to one of the other ones, like this one. The rhinestones on this one were very, very big, especially on the flag. Like, usually the ones on the flag are much smaller. But these ones were very big for some reason. But yeah, so I got these off Amazon, and these are like actual rhinestones. So they're not painted, they're actual rhinestones. So you don't have to worry about like paint chipping and fading and all that. So they're just all sparkle all the time. And then I know I need to finish this section right here. I just got so busy with other stuff, I never got around to it. Man, all these comments are just all the same. What did I just stumble in on? Anyway, but yeah, so that is the hat. So no, there's really no inspiration behind it. It's just all the original rhinestones needed to be replaced. And now I am known as Sparkle Hat. And I'm okay with that. Okay, now, You know what? I'm gonna do the last treatment on that Chatty baby and see how she comes out tomorrow. Because she, as far as I can tell, she just needs one more treatment. And it's at the very, you can kind of see him there, the very ends of the hair. Like everything else is nice and smooth. And then the very, very ends of her hair are just, they still got that little bit of frizz on there. So, I'm gonna do another treatment on her and see how it turns out tomorrow. And hopefully that is the last treatment she will need before she looks like her brother with nice, super duper, smooth and straight all the way around hair. Like there is not a single piece of frizz in his hair, and I love it. Okay, so I have been using this brush and it has been working flawlessly. So I think I'm just gonna do Hi Dottie at a later time because I'm very, very stuck on these chatties. Oh, did I find it? Am I back? Can you hear me again? Meow. Can y'all hear me again? I don't know why the audio was off. That was weird. But I found a little microphone button. Highlight save to your channel as unlisted. Eh? What the hell is going on right now? Is my YouTube like hacked? Meow. Okay, anyway. Okay, so, as I was saying, Emmanuel, I am good. How are you? Just doing some vintage doll work. Meow. Meow. Hi, mamas. I don't understand. You were just passed out snoring, and then you just jump right up. Meow. Meow. Ah, psst, you get out of there. Those are not for you. Okay. Anyway. So, okay. Hair, shiny. Hopefully this last treatment will get rid of that tiny little bit of frizz at the ends. that was a bit much. All right, front of her hair first. Oh, yes. Okay, this, the ends of her hair, I don't know if it's split ends or what, but they are not wanting to go smooth. All right, well, at least her hair is going to be nice and glassy. Or glossy. What the hell? Glassy? Oh, that just makes me think of the Good Doctor, Mr. Glassman, or Dr. Glassman. The back really doesn't need that much. It really didn't need another treatment. But, I mean, since we're doing the front, might as well do the back. Just so everything is nice and even. Okay. 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 So here is her, hopefully, final treatment. And everything in the front is nice and super smooth. And then you can kind of see it's these sides right here where that frizz still kind of lingers, where it's being stubborn. But she is on her, hopefully, last treatment. But yeah, nice and super duper shiny. Shiny like glass, yes. Snip, snip. All right. I really hope you like your dolls because you are getting probably as close to mint condition as I can possibly get them. All right, let me go set her over here. All right, now let's do a little bit of work on Chatty Brother and see if we can't. Oh, that's Sister. Where's this one? Yes, okay. So I'm going to take the housing off of Brother and see if I can't hopefully get it off in one piece without it breaking again. And then I have to grease the underside of the governor and the record. Okay. Because like I said, I glued it on this little post here and then right here. I meant to just glue it right here, but then I glued it right there as well without even thinking. So hopefully that will pop off easy without breaking that entire piece again. So one can only hope. Okay. So everything else is pretty loose, including that one. Oh. Okay. Hopefully nothing else breaks on this. Damn it. Ugh. Nope. See, I just broke that entire piece off. Okay, well, I guess I'll just have to re-glue that. That's fine. That is what I was hoping wouldn't happen. All right. Well, let's just get this taken off here. And what in the world? All right. Oh, he's got a lot of extra string. Okay. Oh, wow. So it looks like his grease is still pretty good, but it is very much black, which is not what you want to see. Okay, oh, you know what? Use that to clean off this. Okay. Oh my goodness. Do I sell them? Yeah, sometimes. Hello, hello. Yeah. Get out of there, please. Thank you. Okay. Now, some new grease for the baby. Okay. Awesome. All right. Now, all right. Now, That's done. What in the world? Okay, that's not gonna work. Okay. Ugh. Okay, dokie. Some new grease on there. And some new grease on here. All right. Okay. Now I just gotta wrap that string up. Now that that is all run through there. Really now? We can stop doing that at any time. And that. Thank you. Okay, perfect. All right. Okay. Well, that's gonna irritate me because that's not sitting the way it did before. So I'm gonna put him to the side for now, but everything is greased and he works. So I just have to glue this piece, so you can see where it broke off. I just have to take that piece and glue it back on the post and then right there, and then he is good to go. All right. Okay. Ooh. So he just needs that little bit of work left. And he is donezo. Alright, now go check on my Chatty body over here. See how she's doing. Okay, because she should be good. Okay. Oh yeah. Alright, alright, alright. Yeah, buddy. Solid. Good, 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 good. So now we can clean her record one final time. Close her up, put her, well, clean her record and her needle, put her limbs back on, close her up, and then stick her head on. Okay. Do, 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 do. Yay, I'm not Ariel the mermaid anymore. You're very welcome, Jack. Okay. Okay, all right, all right, all right. All right, let's clean this record. Very, very thoroughly. All right. Perfecto. Oh, that is so loud. All right. So the grease on her is meh. All right.
Give me a kiss.
That is so loud. So clear.
Please brush my hair.
All right. Okay, she is donezo. That reflection, though. Look how shiny. Oh, love it. Okay. All right, all right, all right. like no noise. Oh my god. I love it. Oh my goodness, it is 5 a.m. Okay. Whoops. Oh, not the ballerina. Oh my gosh.
I'm so tired.
So clear. Okay. And with that, I'm going to end this video on that good note. That just clear, crisp, static-free, brand new voice.
I'm so tired.
Me too, bro. All right. All right, so yeah, I'm going to end it on that note. We got quite a bit accomplished tonight, even though it wasn't everything that I mentioned. We still made a dent, and it is better than nothing. Something is always better than nothing. Oh, but yeah. Yeah, I wish all my chatties sounded like that. That would be... I'd be in heaven. Heaven. All right, but yeah, I'm going to close out and end this video here. So thank you all for joining me, and I hope you all enjoyed the video. And thank you to my moderators who were on top of the haters. I very much appreciate you both. And yeah, as per always, if you're new to my channel and just tuning in, don't forget to comment, rate, like, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification wherever it will be. Maybe, whatever it is. And yeah, I hope you all have a Dolly-rific rest of your night and or day. And yeah, thanks for all for tuning in, and I will see y'all in the next video. Make sure you... Oh, yeah, absolutely, I will. I am about to go do that right now, actually. But yeah, so that is about it for this late night Dolly chat. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see y'all in the next video. Adios.